Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 192 of Crunch Time with the N326 Duo. I am your host today, Sam Godsey, and with me today, as always, is Tanner Dislin. Tanner, how you feeling?
I tell you what, Sam, it was a weekend. Um, it was an absolute blast. I was in Iowa City this weekend for the Iowa Oregon game. So cool to be there. One of the coolest environments. I've been to Kinnick Stadium more times than I can count. Definitely one of the cooler environments. Obviously, the game didn't end up being the game didn't end up going our way, and the conditions were not great, but it was still a blast. And I'm ready to talk some college football because we got some interesting results this week. Let's
Yeah,
say.
absolutely. It was a jam-packed college football weekend. NFL, not so much. And we're going to dive into a little bit of basketball on the fast break. But we talked about this and so much more on episode 192. Tanner, where you want to start?
I think we start with college football. I know we've kind of fallen into that routine, but I think that works best here.
Okay. Should we talk about the big one in the Big 12? BYU kind of getting dog walked by these Texas Tech Red Raiders. And Tanner, I got a simple question for you. What the hell happened with BYU and the Cougars?
I mean, this was just absolute domination here, Sam. BYU couldn't really get anything going on offense. Just another the line was weird. I know for all us gamblers out there, the line was weird. The line, guess it kind of predicted. I think it was like a 12-point spread, maybe even been 13. So the line was predicted kind of a scenario like this, where two evenly matched teams could maybe play a not so even game. But I tell you, this was crazy. BYU seemingly could not stay on the field. Every third down was a punt, and Texas Tech, man, like this team now 9-1. That one loss, I believe, on the road at Arizona State with their quarterback injured. So like Texas Tech at this current stage is probably the clear best team in the Big 12.
Yeah.
And this was an absolute statement when BYU, I'd like, I don't, BYU took it to Utah. Utah or Texas Tech took it to Utah. Utah took it to Arizona State. Arizona State beat. What the hell?
Yeah. This Big 12 has been absolutely insane this year. You kind of mentioned the top dogs, but at one point, Iowa State was in that consideration for the top spot in the Big 12. But Texas Tech, I think, has separated itself, especially after this one, taking care of business against BYU, beating Utah early in the season. They have UCF and West Virginia left on their schedule. Don't think that's going to slip them up, but who knows? This conference has been absolutely absurd all year. But yeah, it seems Texas Tech just kind of manhandled BYU in this one.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I got some of these conferences. I just genuinely have nothing. It's just like how like I seems like whoever's home, is
Yeah.
gonna win, and that's kind of the case. What we've seen there in Texas Tech clearly is seems to be the best team in that
Yeah,
conference.
absolutely. I do want to shout out Cameron Dickey with the Red Raiders. Had a phenomenal game on Saturday. Was a big reason why Texas Tech got out and running 23 carries, 121 yards, and a singular touchdown. And absolutely dominant. Speaking of kind of these crazy games this weekend, probably the craziest, if not this weekend, it could be of the year, and that's Indiana Penn State.
Yeah,
Indiana squeaked out a win with, I think it's very safe to say, catch of the year by Omar Cooper.
yeah. We do what's the greatest catch you can think of. There are NFL ones that beat it for sure.
Oh yeah,
I'm trying to think of a college one that beats it,
yeah,
and I don't know if I can off the top of my head.
yeah. I'm trying to think. I mean,
And honestly, the first ones that come to mind are interceptions.
Yeah.
Because I remember in Iowa, Ohio State,
Yeah.
the
Josh
Josh
Jackson.
Jackson
Yeah.
pick, and then there was another one in the Red River rivalry. Or no, it wasn't Red River. It was Oklahoma, Nebraska, I think, where an Oklahoma linebacker made a similar type pick, but like an actual catch.
I'm trying to think of what game it was. I think it included Oklahoma, but the guy basically went around the
Oh,
quarterback
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
caught it.
Yep.
That one pops up, but that's like been reciprocated. Um, One of the most biggest moment, but wasn't because of the catch, but Michael Crabtree.
Yep, of
That's
course.
another one that
Which
pops into my mind again. Not
which is a
like an insane catch, just like an insane, like insane play.
which
But
is
like,
perfect because big weekend in Lubbock, and it hasn't
yeah,
the game day went to A&M or A&M, not A&M, went to Texas Tech, which we had just talked about first time since that Crabtree
yeah,
catch, but against Texas. But yeah, this catch was spectacular. It's just that felt like I don't. Penn State fans are probably numb from the rest of the
yeah.
season, but at the very least, you would have had something, a win over the number 2 team
Hmm.
at home. I mean, Penn State fans are still bringing it. It was loud, still
Yeah,
loud in Beaver Stadium. So, like some of the players, Katron Allen, that running back duo, was very good today as well. And it's just Singleton is the other one. Couldn't think of his
yeah,
name, but um, like it was just ripped right out from him. Brutal,
yeah.
just brutal.
Absolutely brutal. And it seems I don't know what to make of this Indiana team. I mean Mendoza I think is a lock for Heisman at this point. I know Julian I say that, but saying is
He's so good, dude. He's really
but like there has been no like talk about him.
because
Like
he hasn't
they're
had a
just
moment. He hasn't had a moment like the
yeah,
he hasn't had Ohio State doesn't have a win like going to Oregon.
yeah.
Ohio State doesn't or Julian Sain doesn't have a moment like throwing this touchdown pass
Hmm.
down 4 against Penn State, and like it's
Yeah.
Mendoza's awesome. I think of this game the same way I thought about Iowa Penn State. It's like, is Penn State down? Yeah. Are they 3-6? Yeah. Are they good? No. They still have so much talent.
Yeah.
And a game like this against the number 2 team in the nation, that talent was ready to play, and they were. And it's to come out with a win in Happy Valley. I understand all the problems with Penn State this year. It's not nothing. This win still means something, and Indiana is still, I think, pretty easily the number 2 team in the country.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing that does concern me about Indiana is they seem to be playing around a little too much with their food. I mean, they should have wiped the floor with Penn St. I know you mentioned how much talent, but like you're the number 2 team. This team is
Yeah.
in the
It'll be interesting.
15 feet under.
It will be really interesting to see how the rest of their season goes, because that's the thing is like, yeah, this game was close and Iowa was close.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Yeah, they've kind of dog walked everybody.
55 to 10 Maryland, 56-6 UCLA,
That Oregon game was close, but
38-13 Michigan State, 30-20 against Oregon. Oregon's really good,
yeah.
and that was on the road. The Iowa game was close, 63-10 Illinois, 73-0, and then we get into the cupcakes, which evidently, other than what?
Old Dominion.
Yeah,
You see that score?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I remember watching that game, being like, is Indiana their closest game? So the closest game they played is Penn State. The second closest game they've played is Iowa. The third closest game they've played is Oregon. Then the fourth closest game they've played, as we all expect, is Old Dominion.
Yep.
27.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Omaha Blue on the screen. Former Iowa State recruit from Waukee, Iowa, playing for Wake Forest.
Yeah. In the did you see the mid-court logo?
I have not.
It's a Deacon Wolverine challenge.
What on earth?
Played in Detroit. Of course.
That just seems like because I saw the Detroit and I just thought, oh, Michigan's playing a home game in Detroit. What is
No,
the Wolverine Challenge?
yeah.
What is
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
that? Seems like just the worst.
Yeah.
Not only is it the worst idea ever, um, it's probably the worst name challenge ever.
Yeah.
Wolverine Deacon Challenge. Let's see here. The Wolverine Deacon Challenge is a college basketball series between Michigan and Wake Forest. This season game, blah, 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 blah. It's a multi-year series with this game being the
Okay.
second part, following a previous matchup where Wake Forest beat Michigan. Will
Let's
all
go.
be,
Okay.
but
But
like, why not just call it a home and home? That's crazy.
yeah, that's true.
Like, what's the most like? Next year we have the this is the I'm trying to think of the most random matchup I can think of. This is the Hawkeye Yellow Jacket Challenge where Iowa plays Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is that? That's so weird.
That was a crazy pull. That's actually where my dad debated on going, Georgia Tech or Iowa. That's a crazy pull. But
That is great. And we did play in the bowl game in
true,
Ricky Stanton's
true.
here. But still, that's just what is that? That's
Yeah.
so weird.
Was crazy. But let's get back to some college football.
The Hawkeye Sun Devil Challenge.
There we go.
Let's do that one. Hell's that?
But
Anyways,
speaking of Iowa,
quick though, actually, before we move on from Indiana,
yeah.
I want to give you a question.
Okay.
This is a hypothetical, so there's no wrong answer.
Oh.
Next week, Indiana,
Yeah.
Ohio State play. What's the line? Call it. It's let's say it's the Big Ten championship game, so it's neutral in Lucas Oil in Indianapolis. Or that's not neutral because it's in Indiana. But let's say it's the Big Ten championship,
Yeah.
so it's
Okay.
Indianapolis, Indiana
Yeah.
versus Ohio State. What's the line?
I still think it's Ohio State like 7.5.
So yeah,
You think it's more?
I think it's 10.
I think I will be astonished if Ohio State doesn't win all this year.
They're unbelievable.
No one's talking about them, and they are just cruising through all their opponents. Like, there hasn't been one time, unless I'm just absolutely forgetting, where they were on upset. Like,
Let's see if you can guess the score difference. Like how many points did they beat their opponent by in their closest game, not including week 1 against Texas? Because that, we all know that one.
Yeah.
They won that game by 7. After Texas, what is their next closest margin of victory? Try and guess.
24.
It's a little close. 18. 18.
Who was that to?
So they beat Washington 24-6, and they beat Illinois, who was ranked, by the way, 34-16. So 2 different 18-point wins, but
in both ranked. That's
now follow-up question. What is the most points they've allowed in a game this year? Because that defense is the best college defense I've ever seen. I'm sure you can bring up Miami or Nebraska or something in this
LSU.
whatever.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
This is the best college defense I've ever seen with my own team.
I'm gonna go 16.
Yeah, it was the 16 to Illinois. That was the highest.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna keep doing this because they're just amazing. Other than that, okay, let's go this way. They've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They've played 9 games.
Okay.
How many of those games do you think they've let up double digits? Out of 9.
3.
They gave up 16 to Illinois, a game which they scored 34, by the way. They gave up 14 to Penn State, a game which they scored 38, by the way. And they gave up 10 to Purdue, in which they scored 34.
Yeah. Unreal. That team.
Yeah, and it's in because, they're non-con. They scheduled Texas, who obviously was the preseason number 1. Looks like they may be starting to figure it out, but overall, I would say it's a disappointing season for Texas. And then their other big game, obviously, was supposed to be Penn State, who just completely fell in the gutter.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
This Ohio State team is something different. I'm very curious of what the odds are for them to win the title because this has to be the shortest odds ever for a team to win the title in like they're probably minus.
Probably, probably. But yeah, Ohio State is a force to be reckoned with. But excuse me,
Bless you.
I think it's time to bring it up, Tanner.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking Kinnick
Yeah.
as Oregon squeaks out a win 18-16. Tanner, you were in attendance. I mean, let's just start from the beginning. Like the weather was shit.
It was
It
bad.
was awful. I can't imagine being at that game. But like, was it the typical Kinnick? Just talk to me about this.
It's one of the best, especially with the rain. I mean, it was spectacular. Again, the in that last touchdown by Gronowski when he ran it in is up there for loudest moments I've ever heard in Kinnick. I think that or the Cooper DeJean punt return against Michigan State. I watched the replay. The camera was shaking when he scored. Just like really, really special the environment was, especially with the weather. And I love, yeah, the Hawk fans are the best when they show up for their team and they have a team to get excited about. Kinnick was awesome. No complaints there. The fans brought it. Um, two plays.
Yeah.
Two plays. This game comes down to two plays, and I will share them with you right now. Number one, a long snap that goes over the punter's head.
Yeah.
Tough, whatever. It happens. The ball's wet. It's a mistake. Fine. That in conjunction with down 5 to start the second half, all the momentum's on your side, driving right down the field, and you fumble in the red zone.
Yeah.
Those two plays were was this game. That's where this game was lost. I thought the defense played great. The coverage by I don't remember, was it TJ Hall on that side where the big play?
I believe so.
I mean, he was on him like white on right. It was
Yeah.
just a perfect throw and a great catch. Like I'd so much rather lose that way than like the Iowa State game where a critical 3rd and 5 tip ball, another that's tipped twice and finds their tight end.
Yeah.
Like they made a play when it was needed, and that sucks. But those two plays are what costed this game. And I mean, if you're looking at Oregon, like the only mistake I can think of is they had the red zone turnover, the pick in the end zone.
Yeah.
But like 2 mistakes versus 1.
Yeah.
That's where this game was settled. And Dante Moore, there when you're looking at Oregon, Dante Moore with the onions throw, just onions, perfect throw. That was the play that won him the game. But Oregon's run game was very good.
Yeah.
I didn't know that about them. I guess I don't know if that's non-vulnerable of me, but
Yeah.
I knew they had good backs, but I didn't know. I thought they would be a team that get them in space, swing passes, get them to the outside.
Your typical Oregon running back.
I didn't think they were going to be a team that can just turn around, hand it off, and go right down your throat. And that's kind of what they did.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they did. But yeah, it's just like, and that's what I don't even know if that's what makes it hurts more. That it was the fact that like just 2 measly mistakes, and then when they needed it most, Oregon's quarterback stepped up and threw an absolute dime. Which, to be fair, when it mattered most, Gronowski did the same. There was a 3rd down where he had like a 50-yard bomb down the middle of the field. And we had, obviously he ran it in on 4th down. It was like that 93-yard drive was something special, and the fact that it lost in the history books is annoying. But I mean, it was just a great game to be at. Not many mistakes, but 2 for Iowa cost. And it was just heartbreaking because 10 points are separating this team from being undefeated. Undefeated. And not just any 10 points. Like I mentioned, the tie game in Ames with a 3rd down in their own territory that gets tipped twice for a critical 1st down for Iowa State. That drive is the one where they kicked the game-winning field goal. Against Indiana, Gronowski got hurt, and with under 3 minutes left, our kicker was lined up for a go-ahead field goal in a tie game. He was lined up for like a 48-yarder that would have given us the lead, missed it.
Yeah.
And then obviously today, last second field goal in a game where we were leading. So it's not like if he missed it, we would have gone to overtime. Iowa was winning the game. And yeah, the nails throw and catch. So just heartbreaking stuff. We fought. Obviously, Iowa's going to fall. We drug them down into the mud with us, but Oregon came out on top, just made less mistakes.
Yeah. That's really what this game came down to. I don't really have much to add. I do want to bring up Gronowski's celebration.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't notice it until I was too busy losing my mind when you started touchdown. Yeah, I watched it on highlight. It's tough. I mean, I certainly wouldn't have done that. But if we won that game, he could have done anything he wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So in hindsight, it's tough, but yeah, it's whatever.
But moving on, let's go to the SEC.
I still love Mark Gronowski, by the way.
Oh yeah,
man. I just
so I saw this tweet. I want to kind of get your thoughts on. It was someone tweeting about like I can't remember if it's I want to say it's Iowa's all-time century team, something like that.
Yes, yep.
Did you see this tweet?
I did.
They put Gronowski as the quarterback of that team. Thoughts?
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing that.
Yeah.
I love Mark Gronowski, and like people who don't watch Iowa football are just gonna look at the stats and be like, "Oh, you only throw for whatever."
Yeah,
that's fine. Let him do that. Mark Gronowski's so much better than those stats say. Everyone with eyes can see that. And he's the quarterback of the Iowa football team.
Yeah.
That is the best offense we've had in centuries, and see, not centuries, but in a handful of years.
Yep.
He's not better than CJ Beathard. I don't think he's better than Ricky Stanzi. If up to me, I think I'm putting CJ Beathard.
Yeah.
Giving CJ Beathard that mantle. What about you?
In our lifetime, I think yes.
It was, I guess, all century, but go back to 2000?
Yeah. So Brad Banks.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. No.
I mean,
never mind.
We didn't watch him, so it's hard for us to say.
It's like,
but like another dude,
Banks in that 2002 season, it has to be
it. Yeah,
has to be.
I mean, he was a Heisman hope.
If we go back to 2010, it would probably be Stanzi or
Beathard.
I mean, Nate Stanley is aging better than we could have.
Yeah,
like he I still think it's those two over Stanley, but I think Stanley would be third there. I mean,
Yeah,
but yeah, Brad Banks is the answer.
Yeah.
If we're going back to 2000, Brad Banks is that question.
Yeah, but yeah, the fact they put and I love Gronowski.
Yeah,
you love Gronowski. He's by far, in a way, our best quarterback since Nate Stanley. But yeah, just wanted to bring that up. But Texas A&M took care of business against Missouri 38-17.
They're finding it too. Like, they have a lot of talent, obviously. They're playing with some I don't know what the right word. They're playing with some FU to them.
Yeah.
Like, I think they had some closer calls when they were first kind of separating themselves. I mean, SEC, I believe.
I want to say they only beat Arkansas by like a touchdown or a field goal, something like that. Like, it was a close game, but that game's always close. So,
but let's see. Yeah, so they beat. You said a touchdown. They beat him by a field goal.
Yeah.
So they like. Remember the Notre Dame game? They beat them by 1.
Yep.
Then they survived in Auburn, Mississippi State. It wasn't in Starkville, so Mississippi State kind of struggles on the road. And then Florida when they were dead, 34. So and they beat them by 17. They beat Mississippi State by 22 and Auburn by 6. So we're kind of like, okay. Then they beat Arkansas by 3.
Yeah.
And then it's like they're starting to separate themselves as the only remaining undefeated team in the SEC. But then you have LSU and Missouri, 2 ranked teams. Like, this is where it gets tough. They beat LSU 49-25, and they beat Missouri 38-17.
Yeah, they're absolutely rolling. Obviously, you gotta take this with a little grain of salt. Bo Pribula wasn't, but they absolutely ran
Yeah,
over
they
that.
manhandled. They manhandled
Missouri's season is unfortunately going down the drain, I think. But yeah, Texas A&M,
Yeah, Texas A&M now.
damn impressive so far.
Now they have they have South Carolina next. Then they have the toughest game on their schedule, Samford,
Uh,
and then
just like Ole Miss had Citadel this past
yep.
Saturday. What
Then
joke!
then we get Texas A&M Texas. Right now, which new rankings come out in like an hour.
Yeah,
But Texas is number 11 currently.
Yeah.
3. So that game could be special. No, I mean, you could probably speak to this more than I, but that's real hate down there between those two.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They do not it's definitely hate, but there is some bigger rivalries with Texas, especially.
You think Texas Red River's bigger?
I do.
Okay.
But it's definitely gonna be a very heated rival. Like Texas A&M, Texas both haven't been a top
Yeah, that's
15.
gonna have juice.
So yeah,
That's
there's
gonna
gonna be
juice.
some major juice. Conference has lost damn near all of its juice. The ACC, two
The bubble
of their
burst.
top dogs.
The bubble burst in the ACC, man.
Wake Forest took care of business against the Virginia Cavaliers 16-9. Cal took care of business against Louisville 29-15. I mean
29-26.
29-26.
I think Louisville was ranked 15.
That's where I got mixed up. But
still, I mean, both at home.
I mean,
this gets fascinating.
This
gets fascinating.
Is there a chance the ACC like
the thing is, yeah, I think there is, but
is there a chance? They don't.
The problem is you would need another champion, another group of 5 to leapfrog. So, like looking at the rankings right now, let's see where this could come from. So the highest ranked group of 5,
yeah,
is I don't see him yet.
Tough.
James Madison, who's 24.
Yeah. What conference are they in?
They are in the Sun Belt, I believe.
Yeah.
And then
probably not.
But the thing is, in South Florida and the American, and the Americans the American has like 3 or 4 teams.
We talked about that.
South Florida, Tulane, North Texas.
Ago. Yeah. Navy just got dog walked by.
This is the AP. I'm looking at the AP like an
idiot.
Oh no,
that's tough.
All right,
tough luck.
We're rolling it back. Yep, nice. That was pretty good.
Like that?
That was pretty good. All right. Not the. I do not want the AP. Oh, because I'm looking at basketball. I'm in a blender.
Anyway,
hold.
Timeout.
Hold.
Need a 30 full. Why
is it giving me the AP, man?
All right. While you look at that, I think the American might have the best shot, but
so the thing is why this is important because the top 5 are guaranteed.
Yeah,
top 5 highest rated conference champions. So pretty much, you'd think it would be a power 4 and a group of 5. Yeah. Well, let's say James Madison wins out in the Sun Belt, they could jump.
Well, go ahead.
Because what I think is a foregone conclusion, the winner of the American is going to be the highest rated group of 5.
Correct.
If James Madison wins out in the Sun Belt and the winner of the ACC, they all just beat each other and they're like 3 or 4 loss team that wins the ACC.
Which is possible.
If James Madison is ranked higher than the winner of the ACC, the winner of the ACC is no longer the
Yeah.
top 5 conference champion. So the auto bid would be 2 group of 5s and not the ACC. And if they're rated that low, they will not get
Yeah.
an at large. So that's where this gets fascinating. But you would need another group of 5, which is at this point looks like the most likely would be JMU, to leapfrog whoever wins the ACC.
So where does Notre Dame fit in?
Notre Dame,
Are they screwed out of that?
I think their only shot is an at large, but they're gonna get it.
Yeah. Interesting. But you mentioned that the ACC could have a 3-4 loss. Right now, Georgia Tech is has one loss in conference to NC State a week ago at this point. I don't know if you're looking at their schedule. They have Boston College, who's not good this year. Then they go and play Pitt,
They could lose that game.
and then they play Georgia.
But that's yeah.
But that's
it's not a conference.
That's
That
our
doesn't matter.
conference.
That only matters for who would play in the title game.
So
if they
let's just say they lose to Pitt. So Pitt is 8-2. Let's just for
Georgia Tech would have 2 losses.
hypothetical. Let's just say every team in this situation except Georgia Tech wins out. So Georgia Tech would now be have 2 losses overall, 2 in conference. Pitt would have, so it only matters in conference, right?
Well, no. So the losses in conference only matters for who makes the title game. But we're trying to see if someone will leapfrog.
Okay, so that makes this way easier. Then
total loss.
So Georgia Tech would have 2 losses. Virginia would have 2 losses. Pitt would have 2 losses. SMU would have 3 losses.
And then Georgia Tech plays Georgia.
Georgia Tech plays
probably
Georgia.
Lose that game.
Probably.
Pitt. Who does Pitt
play? Pitt plays Georgia Tech.
So they have winning that
game. Pitt. That's a brutal final 3 for Pitt.
They play Miami.
They play Notre Dame this weekend, Georgia Tech, and Miami to round out the season. Oh, those poor guys. Wow.
Yeah, so like there's a very real possibility you could have like a 3-loss.
Yeah. I think it's likely.
But then there's a chance the winner of that game has 4 losses. And then because now I have the playoff rankings up now. At least this is from a week ago because the new ones aren't out yet.
Yep.
So the highest rated group of 5. Scrolling through here. Interesting. They don't have a group of 5 rated. So
interesting.
Yeah, not in.
Is anyone receiving votes?
I don't know if they do that for the playoff.
Do they?
Playoff ranking.
I'm not familiar yet.
That's so fascinating.
The ACC, the American is going to be. We talked about the American at length a couple of weeks ago. That's even more fascinating now. The ACC, which we all kind of wrote in Miami at the beginning of the season, they've fallen off a cliff.
And now, if the ACC becomes a 1 bid, possibly 0 bid league, does the American become a 2 bid league?
Yeah.
Is it literally just group of 5, Big 12, ACC, Big 10, SEC, those 5 auto bids, and then just fill it out the rest with Big 10 and SEC teams? Very possible.
Yeah. That's crazy. It's going to be so fun to watch down the stretch.
Yeah.
I don't want that job.
Fascinating.
That's for sure. No. But I will take off my hat when I enter a room. So you got that going. Anything else on the college football slate? I mean, we can dive a little deeper into this Virginia-Louisville collapse, but like
bubble burst in the ACC. Has there been a take that has aged worse than our Virginia take?
Yeah.
Sorry, Jake Ballsack. But
Yeah, that's
in
brutal.
fairness to us, they had Florida. They beat Florida State,
Yeah.
who was top 10.
That
Then
was
then
bad.
they went to Louisville and beat. Sorry, went to Louisville and beat
There you
Louisville.
go.
Um, like those are about as two. Those are about as two good wins as you can amass in the ACC without playing Miami.
Yeah.
Um, and then they just started to. They survived and survived and survived. And every week we were like, one of these days it's gonna come.
Uh-huh.
And they've just looked really terrible since.
Yeah.
Uh,
They didn't get the crunch time bump,
no, they did
unfortunately.
not. No, they did.
But yeah, fascinating stories down the stretch in college football. But let's move on to this NFL slate. Some head scratchers for sure in this one. But we start off in Germany, and I think it's safe to say it's Jonathan MVP season.
I mean,
This dude is unreal.
if the
Colts 3-1 Falcons.
yeah, if the whatever committee decides MVP, if the NFL, if the writers, but whatever, if they aren't soft, it's going to Jonathan Taylor.
This will determine. Obviously, there's allegations as just a quarterback, kind of like what the Heisman has turned into with college football. It's become um, a quarterback award. If they have balls, they will give Jonathan Taylor
Yeah,
because he is
that's
by
it.
far and away the best player in the NFL.
He's the best player in his position. He's the furthest away, I would say, of all other like best player, and he is so far ahead of the rest of the running back. Everything's there. He's the best player in his position. He's clearly the best player in his position. His team is 8-2. He is quite literally willing them to games. He's averaging like 2.5 touchdowns per game. This guy's unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah,
Unbelievable.
insane.
Like it's not even like he's doing this on the Titans. Like this team
Yeah,
is 8-2.
yeah,
And he is the reason why they are so good. Or he is so good. And also like pair it with the fact that there's no quarterback who's like lighting the world on fire. There's one quarterback who's lighting the world on fire right now. And I would entertain this person as MVP as well.
he's a
Matt Stafford.
yeah. Lot of people are looking over him.
I would entertain hearing the Matt Stafford argument. I will not entertain hearing anyone else for MVP other than Matt Stafford and Jonathan Taylor at this moment.
Yeah, he was phenomenal on Sunday. I want to say he had like 280 yards, something crazy like that. But just doing quick little search here. The MVP is actually determined by a panel of 50 sports writers. So they each rank their top 5, and it's a weighted point system. So never really thought about that, but yeah.
How many interceptions do you think Matthew Stafford has thrown this year?
1. How many?
2. Jeez. And how many touchdowns? The Rams are 7-2, so they play 9 games. He's done 2 picks. How many touchdowns?
30.
25.
Jeez. That's almost 3 a game. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Insane. And he's not doing it with like a star-studded. That's crazy. Yeah, he's a stud.
I mean, he's playing unbelievable.
I've been a Matthew Stafford. I love Matthew Stafford. Yeah. Yeah. We'll touch on them a little bit later.
To all you moron Lion fans out there that think that you possibly have won this trade with the Rams.
No.
You haven't. Now me saying you didn't win it doesn't mean it hasn't like worked out for you. But there is no way that you can leave this and be like, wow, we got the better deal. No way, no how. Matthew Stafford has been an unbelievable Ram to the point where when he gets into the Hall of Fame, he might not even have your team listed first.
Yeah.
That's how much his legacy has grown with the Rams. So shut up, Lions fans.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's just hop around. Let's go into that Rams 49ers game, 42-26. I mean, we just talked about it at length. The masterclass that Matthew Stafford put on the 49ers. I mean,
Shredded him.
does this performance make the Rams a true Super Bowl contender?
Well, I did some research earlier today. The Los Angeles Rams currently have the second best odds to win the Super Bowl.
Really?
And that was on FanDuel, DraftKings, and Fanatics sportsbooks.
Huh.
All of them had the Rams at number 2. You know who had number 1?
Colts?
Not the Colts.
Who?
The Kansas City Chiefs, who at this current moment would not be in the playoffs.
Bullshit.
Would not be in the playoffs.
That. I hate that. That's disgusting.
So the sports books sure seem to think the Rams are a Super Bowl contender. And guess what? I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, they have everything. I know we talked about this offense. Kyron Williams is a very good running back.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford playing at an MVP level. They have 2 very good wide receivers, Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. I mean,
yeah.
Why not them?
Yeah.
Why not them? The defense needs to hold, but like they gave up 26 to San Francisco. Doesn't matter. They're just going to score 42.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't matter. They're really good. And their losses, mind you, take a quick look at their losses. One, they had a 17-point lead at Philly. So very easily could have won that. And then the other one was against the Niners on, remember that Thursday night game when it was like the Mac Jones party where he went crazy. And it was kind of a shocker, but still, I mean, their one loss is an overtime loss. Or their 2 losses are, one was when they had a 3-possession lead at Philly, and then another one in overtime.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They are really, really good.
It is crazy for sure, but we'll move on. The Ravens beat your Vikings 27-19.
Yeah. The Ravens.
What are your feelings about JJ McCarthy at this moment?
Look, we've kind of had the same thing in back like twice this year where he had the fourth quarter against the Bears, and it was like, oh my God, he's really figuring it out. He's returning home. Let's go.
Yeah.
Lays a stinker against the Falcons. I think this was better than the Falcons game. But, he gets hurt, whatever. Comes back against the Lions, plays great. Yeah. We win that game. It's like, oh, now we go. We're coming back home.
Yep.
And he hasn't played great. The picks, there's one that is a complete nothing. He had one-on-one with Justin Jefferson. He threw it up, and Justin Jefferson tripped.
Yeah.
You throw that 10 times out of 10.
For sure.
I think he and Jefferson still need to work out a few things. Throws are a tick late. There's just a disconnect there. I think he threw 3 picks, all of which were targeting Jefferson. He didn't play great. When I look at his game, or he threw 2 picks, both of which target. When I look at this game, I'm not like, oh my God, he looks terrible. I didn't see that. A lot of people want to see that. Obviously, it's fun to hate, especially JJ McCarthy, because he's goofy and all the other stuff is like obviously super goofy and cringe. I don't care. He could do whatever he wants if he wins football games. He can do whatever he wants as long as it's legal. As long as he wins football games, I don't care what he says. But he didn't play great. But I think some of the other stuff would be like, oh my God, he looks terrible. This still is like 4th start.
Yeah.
So I'm not giving up on him. He didn't look great though. It wasn't his best game.
Yeah. I think he nailed it. He didn't play particularly well. But
he had a couple great throws in there. Again, the 1 pick I do not care about at all. I think
people need to stop looking at JJ McCarthy's performance personally, I think you need to look at one stat only, and that's penalties.
Yeah,
13
yep, really
penalties
bad,
for 102 yards.
really undisciplined game today, or not today, but this week, really bad,
Yeah.
and eight of them were false starts. Eight,
Yeah.
eight.
I think that was like a record.
Yeah, it's horrible, and
Yeah.
that's at home. It's not like
Yeah.
it was at home.
That's even worse.
Yeah, it's terrible. It was really bad, and the offensive coaching staff have said all the right things. Embarrassing,
Mhm.
but I agree with everything you said. I think the only another takeaway, the running game was non-existent, and like Kevin O'Connell, I have no doubts that he is the man to lead the Minnesota Vikings. I love Kevin O'Connell. Um, he has an infatuation with calling run plays on 3rd and 3, or excuse me, calling pass plays on 3rd and 3 and closer. So far this year, I don't have. I saw it this morning. I should have bookmarked it. I made a mistake with that, but it was something along the lines of on 3rd and 3 and closer, the Vikings when they run the ball are hitting at like a 65 to 70%
Yeah.
clip. They throw the ball, they're hitting like a 30 to 35% clip,
Yeah.
and they've passed it like double the amount of times they've run it.
Of course.
This today, a lot of that. No, I keep saying today. This week, what I'm saying today. This week there was
Yeah.
a lot of 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2. They try some pass play, tipped at the line. They get pressure on the quarterback, like something whatever
Mhm.
goes wrong, and it's like Kevin. I know you're an offensive mastermind. I know you have these plays dialed up. You're looking to get that's fine. Run the damn ball, man. Just
Yeah.
just run the ball. And they did something similar last week against the Lions, where they had a 1st and goal in the 3 and they threw it 3 times. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? Just run the ball. So, again, it's not me saying I want him fired. That's not easy. He's our guy, but that needs to be fixed.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. So no concerns with the JJ McCarthy, Justin Jefferson story we've been seeing. Like we all saw that pick and Justin just like not.
Yeah. I mean, I wish he would have put a little effort in there, but like there's a disconnect right now. They need to get on the same page. Um, I can understand him, Jefferson, not being the happiest, but at the same time, it's like I think any story with like the best wide receiver in the NFL trying to catch passes from a new starter, you're gonna have people. Oh, is he? How many times have we seen Jamar Chase like upset? Jamar Chase upset,
Yeah.
and it's just like he's not going.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Um, Moving on though. The biggest head scratcher of football this week, the Dolphins
Yeah,
beat the Bills 30-13. And the only note I have for this one, Tanner, is WTF.
that's a good note. That's a good note. I wasn't really able to watch it, so
Yeah.
I'm just looking at like a box score looking, and like Buffalo outgained them slightly, but they did. I could tell you one thing: Devon Achane is still super good. He
Yeah.
is unbelievably good. He looks so fast in Dolphins colors. Like he's a perfect Dolphin, and
Yeah.
he's really good. Obviously, a buck 74 on the ground, 2 tutties, also 51 through the air. He was spectacular. Um, the Bills are just like whatever, man.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. Like oh, breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. We have a college football playoff top 25.
Let's hear it.
We have a college football playoff.
Actually, let's finish off the NFL slate. We'll hop back into that. But we'll give us the top three. I don't think there's top four.
Okay, the top four are Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, and Alabama. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
So no change.
No change.
No change.
Wow.
Also, I believe that article stinks. Let me get the CBS to see if they have a better article. Yep, they do. Iowa
Yeah,
remains ranked. Fell one slot to 21.
that's fine. I'm okay with
Yeah,
that.
lost. Should be
Yeah,
punished, but we played with them, obviously.
yeah, absolutely. But we'll dive a little deeper into that a little later. But yeah,
I'm so
the
just whatever on the Bills.
this Bills, I don't
It,
really
it
understand what's going
it's
on with
just
that
so
team.
it's so curious. I want to just walk up and I think is Joe Brady their offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
I
Um.
think he is.
Yeah. I'm
He was
not.
the offensive coordinator for LSU for Joe Burrow, I believe. LSU offensive coordinator. Or no, he was oh he was LSU passing game coordinator and wide
Of
receivers coach
course.
in 2019. Yes, he's the Bills offensive coordinator. I just want to obviously he's called some pretty successful offenses. Can I just walk up and just smack him and be like, use James Cook?
Yeah. I don't
James
understand.
Cook is
I don't understand why they don't use him more.
it's not like they used to have Stephon Diggs anymore, where it's like, okay, we're not using James because we're throwing Stephon Diggs 15
Yeah.
times. No, you don't have a wide receiver, man. Use your
Yeah.
best player. Use your best ball carrier and player with the ball in his hands,
Yeah.
other than the one who throws it.
Non-quarterback.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like use him, man.
Yeah. Makes no
Christ.
sense. Yeah, that one was a shocker. The Bills have been up and down all year. I can't really figure them out, so I'm not going to try to anymore.
Yeah, I mean it's mostly down, but they have a few games where, like the Falcons game, where they popped off out of nowhere.
But
Um,
like I just am
can you name me? Can you name me a team just to describe this Dolphins season? They lost to the Browns by 25, and they beat the Bills by 17.
stupid.
They beat the Falcons by 24.
Oh jeez. Makes no sense.
Crazy.
No sense. But last game before we circle back to college football happened last night, Monday Night Football. Eagles beat the Packers 10-7. Talk to me about
Man,
people were bad. I don't know if you have been checking the comments on that clip I
about the Jordan
posted.
Love stuff.
Oh yeah, people were not happy.
How about it now? You can see all the stats you want. Whatever. People are jumping through hoops and being like, wow, Matt LaFleur isn't calling a great game. Fine. I wouldn't have run it on 4th and short personally, but whatever. They're jumping through hoops. I saw that the tweet was so perfect. And again, I didn't bookmark it, but it was something like people calling for LaFleur like he's hindering Jordan Love instead of the fact that he's doing the best he can with a quarterback with limitations. And it's just so
Yeah.
it's right. I mean, this guy is just I don't know what else you need to see. It's true. Remember last year, like, oh my gosh, the Packers are great. You know how many times they beat they were a blocked field goal away from going winless in the division last year.
Yeah.
They played 10 games against the Panthers, Titans, and Browns, won those games, and we're all like, oh, the Packers are good.
Yeah.
And they lose to the Vikings twice. They lost to the Lions twice. They lost to every single good team, lost to the Eagles in the playoff. They just had nothing, man. They did not win any games against good teams. And we're all just like, oh, but Jordan Love's good. Watch the tape, man. What do your eyes tell you? You can look at all the stats you want and all his yards, and he has games where he looks great. He looked great against Pittsburgh. He looked great against Pittsburgh. Use your eyes.
Yeah.
He is not the next Hall of Fame quarterback. He does not have anything that Rodgers and Favre had. None of it. Stop making it out like he's the next best Hall of Fame quarterback and like he's even remotely worth $55 million, whatever the hell they're paying him. He's terrible, man. It's bad.
Yeah.
That offense is They have 3 losses this year, and their defense has given up a total of 39 points in those 3 losses.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely cause for concern in Green Bay. I mean, everyone after that week 1 performance against the Lions were talking about how this team is one of the best, and boy, have they fallen off a cliff lately. Um, but as for the other side, it was super ugly. Jalen Hurts didn't play particularly well. But
I got it. I got it here.
go ahead.
This is actually because I remember who tweeted it. But this is from White Boy Rick, actually, of Barstool Sports. I couldn't have said it better myself. The Packers are really going to fumble one of the best coaches in the league because they think he's holding their QB back when he's very obviously trying to game plan around a quarterback with very obvious limitations.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
The deadline acquisition by the Eagles, Jalen Phillips.
Yeah, he was great.
He played phenomenal.
He was spectacular.
This defense is as good as it's been in years past. Ugly win, but wins
It was
a
an
win.
Eagles win.
Yeah.
It was an Eagles win. What happened? Their defense played great. Their offense struggled. Green Bay's defense played great, back and forth, obviously scoreless in the first half. In a 3-0 game, the Eagles need one. Hurts drops a dime.
Yeah.
In a big 3rd and 10, what does he do? Great throw to Devontae. Like, he just hurts, man. It's like, in the end, it might not look always pretty, but he's about as clutch as they come. He makes every throw when you need it. And another very Eagles win. And the Packers, man, holding the Eagles to 10 and not winning this game is crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. But I don't have anything else on NFL. If you have some, feel free. But should we circle back to that top 25?
I'm trying to think. I mean, the Patriots. That's worth mentioning.
Yeah.
Patriots, very nice win in Tampa. Obviously they kind of have a soft schedule, so we'll see because they're certainly making playoffs. They're 8-2 right
Yeah.
now. We'll see how that goes in the playoffs, but
yeah. Yeah, Drake May playing well.
Drake May's playing great. I think
that's about it.
That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah. College football playoff rankings just dropped. Live reaction.
All right, I'm gonna hit you with. I'm gonna read them through.
Okay.
And we'll go from there. So,
okay.
Ohio State.
Okay.
Indiana.
Okay.
Should I say the number next to it?
Sure.
Okay. Number 1, Ohio State.
Okay.
2, Indiana. 3, Texas A&M. 4, Alabama. 5, Georgia.
Okay.
6, Texas Tech. 7, Ole Miss. 8, Oregon. 9, Notre Dame. 10, Texas. That's the top 10.
Okay.
11, Oklahoma. 12, BYU. 13, Utah. 14, Vandy. 15, Miami. 16, Georgia Tech. 17, USC. 18, Michigan. 19, Virginia. 20, Louisville. 21, Iowa. 22, Pitt. 23, Tennessee. 24, South Florida, group of 5 love. And 25, Cincinnati.
Interesting. Interesting.
So, one thing that stands out to me, I love that the games matter.
Yeah.
The games matter. What do I mean by that? Texas and Oklahoma, they're neck and neck. Texas is 10, Oklahoma's number 11 because Texas beat them.
Yeah.
BYU and Utah, they're neck and neck. BYU's 12, Utah's 13. Why? BYU beat them. I love that. That's what I want to see. Did USC and Michigan play? They did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one. USC 17, Michigan 18. USC beat Michigan. USC's ahead.
Yeah.
I like that. I want to see that. So I'm happy to see that.
Yeah. I am shocked that Virginia didn't drop lower. And Louisville for that matter.
What is Virginia now?
19
And
and
Louisville's 20.
20.
Again, Virginia beat Louisville. That's another one.
Yeah, I'm losing to unranked opponents. I expected them to drop a little more, but you know, it is what it is. But for the most part, I agree with.
Yeah, I mean the
I
top 10
don't
looks good to me. I mean,
I don't understand Tennessee still being ranked
yeah,
personally. That's one I was like, all right,
if
whatever.
they need to get their extra SEC team in there,
Yeah,
whatever.
sure.
They're not threatening for anything.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
But other than
I
that,
think the
yeah,
top 10 looks
I
good.
think it's solid.
Yeah, I do.
No argument, no major arguments, concerns for me.
I got nothing. Yeah, Vandy, escaped a close one last week. I don't even remember what they were last week, but they're at 14 now. They might have just stayed put, honestly.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think they might have. They might have, weren't they? Yeah, I think somewhere around there. But
Let's see. So Vandy 16. So they went up 2 spots.
yeah, but yeah, that's our exhilarating analysis of the new college
Yeah.
football
And again, this is all
rankings.
fiction. There's still so many games we played. Our long-standing take is that it doesn't matter because that top four with like George, Texas, or I guess Texas A&M and Bama, 3 and 4. They're probably going to play each other in the
Yeah.
SEC championship game. So we'll get more clarity there. Ohio State and Indiana, they're probably going to play each other in the Big Ten championship game. We'll get more clarity there. So
Yeah.
it'll settle itself.
Yeah, for sure. But let's hop onto the hardwood with the fast break. Just a quick rundown of the basketball action this past week. So I'm just gonna run through some big storylines and feel free to hop in
Okay.
whenever. UNC beat Kansas 87-74. We're gonna start on the college. Caleb Wilson looked phenomenal for UNC freshman.
Yep.
Darren
Yep. The
Patterson,
freshman, by the way, is a larger
the
storyline.
freshman.
Freshman.
I mean,
Great.
Darren Patterson looked phenomenal for Kansas
Yep.
in that one.
Yep.
Duke beat
Bittersweet,
Texas.
real quick, though, bittersweet for UNC losing Seth Trimble.
Yeah,
Broken arm, had that
yeah,
surgery.
weird situation there.
Yeah, it was in practice, right?
Yeah, it's like I saw today. It was like while weightlifting, like
Yeah, see,
equipment
yeah,
malfunctioned or something.
that's really, really bizarre. Unfortunate, really unfortunate for UNC. So we'll see how with their freshmen, how far the freshmen can take them. But that's a big loss for UNC after a big win against Kansas.
Yeah, absolutely. Duke beat Texas. Cam Boozer's a stud. Isaiah Evans also great. Alabama beat the crap. I mean, beat the crap, but they only won 103-96.
Huge win.
But huge win for
Huge
Bama.
win.
St. John's.
And it was an interesting win for Bama because they score 103. You're like, oh, Bama just made a bunch of threes because it's NATO, it's Bama's team, and they'll just score a million points. It's not really what they did.
Yeah.
So that's scary if Bama can start winning with plays.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. St. John's obviously a lot of questions. Patino, obviously known for his lockdown defense, did not seem to be that way against Alabama.
Fine, though, I think.
Yeah.
But still.
It's so early in the season. Michigan State beat Arkansas 69-66. Trayvon Brazil whacked Michigan State fan.
The funniest thing is that acting like it was taken from him.
It was crazy. It was crazy. He's actually suspended for a game, not playing tonight on Tuesday.
Is that a Calipari?
I don't know. I don't think it's come
issue?
out yet, but probably. But that was a fun one. Came down to why Michigan State Cohen Cars got walking highlight reel as I mean, freak athlete, but a name I want to highlight is Nicholas
Yeah,
Avdalas
of
of
course.
Virginia Tech.
Where the hell did he come from?
Yeah, mini Luka Doncic. Like this dude is your stereotypical European basketball player. Has very little athleticism, but will give you 30. And that is exactly what Virginia Tech. They're gonna live and die by him. But early on in the season, obviously, but as of recording on Tuesday, there are some absolute
Big time
bangers.
games, man.
The historic rivalry of Kentucky, Louisville, Texas Tech, Illinois, and Creighton, Gonzaga, rounding out the slate tonight. Just absolute bangers. If you haven't been watching college basketball, I understand because I mean, you got UNC playing Radford right now. So I understand, but this season, especially the true freshman, gonna be the talk of
Yeah, you
town.
mentioned the duel in was it, I think that game was in Chapel Hill, was it? Between UNC
Yeah, it
and
was.
Kansas, freshman in that game. Obviously, the story of opening night was Koa Pete for
Yeah,
Arizona. He was spectacular. The freshmen have just been great, and
yeah.
looking forward for the rest of the week. Bangers don't stop. You know what's happening on Thursday?
What's
Bama laces them back up and goes against Purdue.
yeah? Have you seen? Speaking of, have you seen their slate?
Bama?
Yeah,
Yes, I
it's
have.
insane.
Crazy. So Bama on their schedule, they got Purdue on Thursday, which will be today if you're listening to it on release
Yeah,
day. Then then they go Illinois, Gonzaga. So this 4 game stretch is St. John's, Purdue, Illinois, Gonzaga.
yeah, and then
Uh,
Friday.
And then they also play Arizona in there at a conference.
Speaking of Arizona, they got UCLA on Friday. BYU, UConn Saturday,
That's the
Houston,
one I wanted to.
Auburn Sunday.
BYU UConn is
I
going to be
mean,
special. I mean, yeah,
it's
these are
it's gonna be an
fantastic.
electric week
Absolutely
of college
fantastic.
basketball. You really don't get these high level matchups this early in the season. Usually, you get to feast week, and that's when things kind of start picking up. But this has been awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, we also got the Coach K Invitational here.
Yep. I'm surprised they renamed that, honestly. But
So we should workshop a better name.
yeah, the Black Knights, Blue
Black Knight
Devils.
Blue Devil
Yeah,
Invitational. I like that much
yeah,
better.
very, very much so. But yeah, it's so awesome that college basketball is back. Obviously, there is some NBA going on. Obviously, y'all know our thoughts on the NBA, but gotta show love. Oklahoma City lost their first game to the Portland
Oh,
Trailblazers, led by Tiago Splitter. Uh,
I'm
LeBron might not be
telling you,
needed with the Lakers.
post gambling scandal,
Dude,
Portland,
Trailblazers, shout out.
they're winning some games
They
now.
are, bro.
Tiago Splitter, Coach of the Year.
Um,
By
LeBron
the way, you
seems to not be a big piece of the Lakers' success.
no,
The Chicago Bulls are surprisingly off to a hot
yeah,
start.
that European dude.
Matas
Yeah, he's
Buzeles.
good.
And one of the craziest stat lines happened last night.
Bananas.
Hey, Cunningham dropped 46
Wow, what a game.
on 14 for 45 shooting.
46 points on 45 shots is
Now I really like Kate Cunningham, but we should not be tweeting out like
14 for
he
45 shooting,
he shot
18 free throws.
yeah.
Give me a
And
break,
that's
bro.
what's wrong with
That
the
you
NBA.
took the words right out of my mouth. Appalachian State tripped out early on
Let's go.
State, but that didn't last. But yeah, no, you are absolutely correct. It's everything that's wrong with the NBA. That like it's like I think it's a function of the players are just too good, and they
Yes.
over legislate the hell out of it from a referee standpoint
So
to
bad.
where any basketball player who's good enough to play in the NBA is good enough to, in the traditional sense of when you think of basketball, is good enough to draw a foul.
Yeah.
They can all do it. That's what they're so good at it that you have to legislate it differently. You do, and they don't, and they call everything.
And
it's so
it
bad.
just sucks because the NBA, like early 2010s, was so
great,
elite.
man. It was fun.
And now follow me here. The old 20-point games are now 30. Like scoring 40 points is like not impressive anymore, which is insane to me. But
you tell me like Shea had 24 tonight. You're like,
damn,
wow.
off night.
Yeah, off night. And that's bananas, dude.
Yeah.
Remember, like Kobe would have 24 and you're just like, that's Kobe, man. That's Kobe.
Yeah.
Like obviously he would go off for 40, 50, 60.
Yeah.
But like at the end when he had 24, he'd be like, wow, yeah, that's just what he does. And now it's like 24 is like, wow, really? Games are in the 130s.
Uh-huh. On average, yeah.
Remember, used to get a playoff game that was
90 to 82. Yeah.
Like
the best.
Awesome.
Like the Popovich years with the Spurs,
dude. Ball, dude. And like
it's borderline unwatchable in the regular. No, it's unwatchable in the regular season. It's so bad. And that's coming from two fans of teams that made the conference finals and reigning champion.
And not too long ago, you and I were sitting in our college apartment hoping the lottery balls was right.
Yeah.
Now we're in conference championship. Knicks, was it back-to-back years in conference?
Yeah.
Or I guess last year was conference semifinal. Not
yeah.
2 years ago was conference semifinal. But back-to-back years winning playoff series for the Knicks. Obviously, the Thunder just won the whole damn thing, and it's like can't give me. You're telling me you watch a Knicks game now over any of these college games? No way. No way.
Yeah, exactly. But that is our thoughts on the NBA. Y'all knew it, but had to repeat it. But that's gonna wrap it up for episode 192. Packed a lot in here. Got some breaking news, even college football, NFL. Talked a little hoops. But you can follow the podcast at crunchtime_pod on X, Instagram, and TikTok. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe on YouTube, Crunch Time with the N326 Duo. The clock has run out on this one, but we'll see you on the next one on Crunch Time.
See ya.